Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch, coming to you from the future, might I add. I realized I never filmed any sort of intro and just popped right into the shopping today and didn't really leave myself time for much of an intro to do the voiceover. I'm very new to voiceovers. This was my first one, so please cut me some slack. Yeah, so if this works and if you're seeing this, I took a shopping trip to Michael's today and decided to do a voiceover so that the music didn't bother anything. I didn't have to cut anything short or be weird about anything. I just had to avoid people instead of people and music and talking and everything else. So hopefully you got to see a quick rundown of my Michaels and everything that was on sale and clearanced out and all that fun stuff. So future Heather signing off, and hopefully you enjoy the shopping trip. I will show you at the end of the video if I ended up getting anything. I will talk to you later. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. So we're going to try this voiceover thing again. I wanted to show you some of the yarns at my Michael's. A lot of these, like they had Barcelona Roving, but only a couple colors of it. And then this new, the Cozy Wool Tweed that was new this season. They had a lot of colors of that. That's what I'm making my blanket out of. And some of the colors are here, missing the cinnamon, actually, for the orange squares. They had the tea cakes. A lot of these, though, which, lo and behold, the crystal cakes that they never had. They seem to only have, including this purple one that I could never even find online, it seems like they brought them in only to put them on clearance. They never had them regular times. And oh my gosh, look, cloud cakes. This one is called Morning Birds, I think. Shorebirds, sorry. Shorebirds. I was very surprised to find that because they've never had them. They had a lot of the Cozy Wool Merino, a lot of it. They have solid colors. They had a lot of colors of this line. They had a lot of like striping colors. I've got a few of them. I've got the gray solid. I've got orange, the dark orange solid. And then I've got a striping orange that I intend to make a nice big thick scarf out of. And then I wanted to run through some of just the regular yarns that they carry with you guys. I straighten up a lot of it in this video, but I can't possibly do it all. All the yarn right now is buy one, get one 50%. And these are the Craft Smart value that they have. It's their own line. And if you've had this in the past, it is so much softer now than it was before. It's a big improvement. It used to be really, really rough, and now it's pretty nice. And like I said, I couldn't straighten up everything, or I would have been there for hours. A lot of their stuff was really picked through, probably because of the sale. Some of the colors were really well stocked, but some of the colors, like just certain colors, it seemed like were really, really picked through. There were random skeins thrown here and there that were like, I think there was Impeccable thrown in here. It's right next to the Red Heart, what little Red Heart they have. I think that, at least at this one, at this Michael's, I think they are trying to slowly replace their, I really like that neon orange. I think they're slowly trying to replace the Red Heart Super Saver with their own line there, which there's nothing wrong with Red Heart Super Saver. Like, I like it just fine, but like, good on them. If you have a really good house brand, why not? In my opinion. They had this Center Island, a couple of Center Islands, but this one was full of this Bernat big blanket. There was, and it's a jumbo 7. It's huge. It is most definitely not my thing. I do try to show you all the color names. Like this one's Purple Moonlight. There's a couple of shades of purple. This one was Winter Grape. There's a couple of shades of purple. There's a couple shades of gray. If I go through them a little fast, like you might need to rewind or something, sorry about that. So that's the regular, that variegated brown right there is the regular blanket yarn. So that's how much bigger it is. And see how the blanket yarn is missing its label completely. And the one I just picked up there of the big blanket is like torn and re-taped on. A lot of their yarn has been roughed up right now. Like, I'm not sure what terrible things this yarn has seen, but a lot of it has been ripped up. Yeah, there's a lot, like, I don't know if they just restocked it or if it's not real popular. I also don't think it's on clearance right now. There was a couple shades of this pink. That one's missing the label completely, the chalk rose. I was trying to get it to balance. Stay there. They had this vintage white, which I believe is called vintage. Yep, vintage. And that is right next to the black, which I believe is also just simply named black. Yep, black. And then there's like one or maybe just two variegateds, this being one of them. It's probably my favorite. It's just called Branch. But still, again, I don't work with stuff that big. I don't like to anyway. I mean, I never say never if there's something I need to do with it, but I don't generally work with stuff like that big. You can see that, like, there's a lot of tails. Like, there's a tail hanging too. Like, this yarn has just been abused. Lo and behold, there is another lone cloud cake. I don't know where these came from. These were never in here for regular sale. Stuff goes on clearance, and here they are. Had to go back for another pet. Yeah, even though it says limited time Bernat Stitch and Twist or whatever, Stitch and Win, I think most of the clearance yarn was $4.99 or $4.49. $4.99, sorry. There's the blanket confetti, and those are the three colors that I like the most, of course. I think those three went pretty well together, but I wasn't buying it, of course, because not my kind of thing. There's more Karen cakes over here, mostly tea cakes. That latte cake down there, I think, is in the wrong space. I don't think the latte cakes were clearanced out or anything. I think somebody just set it there. But I didn't want to move it just in case I was wrong. But had to pet it, of course. Look, another cloud cake. Who would have guessed? And it's just another loner sitting there, kelp. Amongst all these tea cakes still, there was so many tea cakes. But thick yarn, just like tea cakes, maybe I would use on my own choice, but definitely nothing like this big bold blanket. Jumbo 7 again. It's not my thing here. More of there's another variegated down there of the blanket. Looks kind of calico-y looking. And then there was another center island of the Ogo yarn, and this side was the Ogo Blanket Yarn, which again, not particularly my thing, but I wanted to show you guys what was there. It was pretty picked through. Pretty picked through and pretty, like, some of the packaging was pretty broken. It's just your regular blanket yarn in different colors maybe, but, you know, just rolled up on the old Ogo design there. Some of them I didn't really want to touch because I was afraid that I was going to unravel them. I know some people, like, you either love them or you hate them. Like, some people love the way they're designed. Some people think it's just gimmicky. I'm not really either or. I don't own any. I don't think they're necessarily gimmicky, but I don't have any desire to have them. I think you pay a lot for the packaging is my, I don't mind using a ball of yarn. But that being said, there may be some color combinations you can't get. I don't know. I don't have anything against them. These are the acrylic, there's the Karen like big cake type acrylics. And this was a mess, so I didn't go in and dive in for a lot of the colors because like that one is completely off of its packaging. There was some other ones off over here. See, there's another packaging, just I didn't even find its mate readily right there, so I didn't want to dig into these a lot. But I think at this point a lot of people are pretty familiar with these. I like the solid browns down there, of course. I mean, there's some colors that I do like of them. So, and then I wanted to show you guys, even though it was fairly well picked over, some of you guys that may not be able to get to a Michaels, or some of you guys that don't have them in, like, I know obviously in the US we have them, and in Canada they have Michaels, but I'm not so sure. I don't think anywhere else does. So like anybody else that may be curious, what comes stocked in your standard Michaels? The Karen cakes were fairly picked over, and especially like some of the types and some of the colors. This section here was pretty well stocked. I know the one I just showed you before was pretty well picked over, which were the latte cake area, I believe. So maybe they were on clearance. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't think they were, though. They seem to never clearance them out anymore. I know they did, and then last year I don't think they ended up... Well, maybe they did. Maybe I'm wrong. Then they kind of sort them by weight for the most part. Like, here's more of the big blanket yarn. We're about to go into the like velvety chenille type yarns. In fact, there's some Bernat velvet right there. And just the bulkier yarns are right here. As you can see. Again, some of the colors are somewhat picked through. Not all of them, though. This isn't usually an aisle that I gravitate to. Again, not so much for the bulkier yarns. Like, these are okay. These were the, I believe, the Barcelona. And this was Bernat, I think, chunky, if I remember right. And then we come down to the thinner, chunkier yarns, I guess you could say. Like homespun. I know some of you guys are big fans of homespun. That was sarcasm. And I definitely wanted to spend a little bit of time on the roving that's coming up next, because if you've been here any amount of time, you know that's my favorite, is the roving. The landscape is my favorite, but I would not slouch on the unforgettable either. And this Michaels had barely any to pick from for the longest time. So when they got a little bit more of a selection, I was pretty excited. And then there's like your basic, like there's Red Heart Soft. There is the Michaels version of Karen Simply Soft was in there. This next section's pretty picked over. Can't remember what went in there, but I think it was just some more like 4-weight type yarn. It looks like somebody threw some 5-weight in there, or some chunkier yarn in there. And then back to the more well stocked up, like there's like that speckled yarn. And then the Impeccable starts. I think they're starting to get softer on the Impeccable too, because that was pretty not fun feeling for a while. I did want to show you guys in here, this green, yep, I zero in on that. This is the Fleck yarn that was supposed to be limited time. They brought it back, smaller skeins and different colors, but this is what was available today at my Michael's. There are other colors. They were sold out of some of them, and they had like random colors shoved in of other yarns. There's a pink in the back there. But yeah, I mean, aisle's still pretty messy, as you can see. But there's, we're starting to look at like baby yarns, and like there's the big ice cream yarn right there. And then Karen 1 pound are thrown in with that, and the Pound of Love. And then down here is like the bamboo yarn and the cotton yarns. I found a couple things of scarfy, so that made me excited. I love scarfy yarn too. But this is just like the thinner yarns. I think there's some bamboo yarn right in there, some cotton bamboo. Not stuff I usually gravitate towards, so I don't know a lot of the yarns. Like I know there's Lily Sugar and Cream in here, which I have plenty of that I haven't used up yet, so I don't really go looking for any more of that until I use up what I have or give it away. And then we jump into some thicker yarn again, like Wool Ease is in here. So but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys as quick as I can a little tour, like when there's a better opportunity to show you some stuff. There's some scarfy yarn again. I love scarfy yarn. When there's more of a sale or better things to show you guys, I will... As I was saying, before I so rudely cut myself off because I didn't watch the end of my voiceover there, space, but I was saying if there's something a little more of interest, I would bring you guys back and show you like in a little more detail what is there. But I was just kind of running over like how my Michaels looks, and or at least one of my Michaels. The small one, I can show you my small one at some point. It'll be a pretty short video, but I can show you. Maybe like when we're hunting for something good, we'll go down there too and take a look. But that's the Michaels too that always seems to be like lost in time. So we might find like maybe over the summer we'll go and we'll find anniversary cakes or cloud cakes there or something like that. But who knows? Since this should be the clip at the end of the video, or it won't make much sense to you what I just said, I was going to show you what I did end up getting. Pretty proud of myself because I did tell you I'm trying real hard not to get a lot of yarn this, especially like right now. So I couldn't say no to what I did see of the cloud cakes. I think you know that. So what I did get was these two. Sorry for the rustling. I didn't take them out of the bag until right now because I'm still working on being a good YouTuber. But I got that cute cloud gray that you saw in the video. This little guy was just a loner kind of sitting around. I got him. These things are so luscious, so luscious. I love it. I think I have enough of the cloud gray that I might make just a straight gray blanket. That's kind of where I'm headed with this. Not sure, but yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of thinking that's where the future of those are going. So I wasn't going to get it because I was like, I already have some and this and that, but I got it. They were in clearance, by the way. When I did scan them, they were all $4.99. So I couldn't really pass it up. And then I got the one kelp that was also a loner that I found. I was really, really looking for the lobster shell or lobster tail that never went on sale on the website that I found. If you found it, kudos to you, because every single time I looked, they were not available. I desperately wanted that one. And then I really wanted the solid purple and the solid green, which I think were amethyst and jade. Couldn't find them. They were never on stock. These have never been in my Michaels until today. There were the ones that I found, and that was it. But kelp is this beautiful, I mean, it looks like kelp, right? It looks like something under the sea. It's these beautiful, watery, beautiful, like grassy, watery colors. I love it. It's the only one I got, and if I don't mix it with something else, I don't know, it might be like a shawlette, maybe, or, I mean, these things are 760 yards. It could be a small shawl, but, well, or a really big or lacy shawl, maybe, because you know I like big shawls. I have to think on it. That or mix it with something else, or maybe like, I don't know. I'll have to think on this one. Like, I wish they'd have had a second one and I would have felt better about myself, but, or that was the other thing, was I got the 2 of these, which had went by really fast, but it was called Shorebirds was the name of it. And it is this beautiful, like muddled, like brown and green and blue. So very pretty. And I got 2 of those because they were the only 2 they had. And these were on the actual clearance rack, if you remember from the very beginning of the video. So maybe mix them. I don't know. This one's a little bright to be going with this, but it might set it off. I don't know. Or I guess I could do like a blanket with it. I don't know. I don't know what the future of kelp is going to be, but if I don't mix that with these 2 together would be a really nice shawl. And a really big shawl. Or like a shawl and a neck warmer. Because it's enough yardage, I'm sure of it. I'm not good with estimating yardage, but I'm sure of it. Those are the only things that I got this time, because I'm trying to be good, you guys. I had thought real hard about getting more of the wool tweed, but if I had gotten the purple, I could have made more purple squares, but they didn't have any of the cinnamon color to make the orange squares. And if I could have gotten, I guess, some of the brown, but I didn't. I don't know. And I don't know. I don't need any more of it. I didn't need the cloud cakes, but I got way too excited seeing them. And I really wanted them, so I got them. But yeah, that's all I'm going to get. I don't think I'm going to make it to my other Michaels anytime soon. Unless, like, if next week David feels like going, maybe. But anyway, I hope that I did this voiceover well and you end up actually seeing this video. And if so, I hope you enjoyed the shopping trip today. And yeah, hopefully now that, so I haven't done a lot of shopping trips lately because like the music everywhere is so loud. But like I was doing the filming today and like just looking at David and I'm like, it really doesn't matter what I say right now because if this works, my voiceover is going to cover it up anyway. So it doesn't really matter, does it? So it didn't matter what kind of music. I could have been rocking out to the music and it doesn't matter. So anywho, hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you haven't yet, please make sure that you subscribe and everything. And there'll be more shopping trips in the future. So, all right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.